At a lavish banquet, this woman is publicly shamed. Her rival holds up a photo, accusing her of infidelity right after her divorce. The man she once loved coldly demands she apologize. But instead of crying, the woman smirks because this public humiliation is the final piece of her elaborate revenge. For 3 years, she endured a living nightmare. She'd barely survived a plane crash that killed 136 people, only to wake up in a hospital alone. Meanwhile, the man, her husband, was at that same hospital, but he was tending to his pregnant mistress. The woman confronted him, but he dismissed her pain, claiming the mistress was a childhood friend he hadn't seen in 20 years. This lie crumbled when his own mother and sister arrived, not with concern, but with contempt. They announced the mistress was moving into their home to be cared for during her pregnancy. They treated the woman like a servant, ordering her to prepare a room for her husband's other woman. For 3 years, she had been a dutiful wife and the man's personal secretary, yet she was treated as less than dirt. They accused her of faking an injury, and even shamed her for being unable to conceive, a problem she suspected was not her own. That was the final straw. The woman calmly presented the man's family with a divorce agreement. She was done being their doormat. She then disappeared without a trace. The man's company immediately fell into chaos. His indispensable secretary was gone, and he discovered her entire employment record was fake. He had no idea who his wife truly was. While he scrambled to find her, the woman was being welcomed home. She was not a poor orphan, but the sole heiress of a powerful tycoon. Her grandfather, the tycoon, was enraged to learn of her suffering. He immediately used his influence to cancel the man's business deals and vowed to make his family pay tenfold. To reintroduce her to society, the tycoon throws her a magnificent birthday banquet. The man's family, desperate to salvage their reputation, also attends. This is the moment they've been waiting for. The sister-in-law and the rival launch a vicious public attack, painting the woman as a shameless gold digger who cheated to marry into a wealthy family. They present their proof, a video and photos showing her in bed with another man right after her wedding day. The mother-in-law joins in, calling her a disgrace. The man, completely deceived, looks at the woman with disgust and orders her to apologize to everyone. But the woman's moment has finally arrived. She calls for her butler, who brings forward a file. Inside is the real story. She reveals a report proving the mother-in-law and sister-in-law had drugged her food 3 years ago. They staged the entire adultery scene themselves, taking photos to blackmail and control her throughout the marriage. She holds up the damning evidence for the entire room to see, her accusers frozen in shock and fear. The truth is finally exposed, and her revenge is just beginning.